Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Chainlink once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now Chainlink is shit in the bed, which is not good, but again, you got a wick there, okay, and just like I'm show you in the previous updates, we come close to the apex and it gets very, very volatile near the apex. Look where we are right now. We're right near this apex. So again, we're getting a lot of volatility just here. I remember this in December 2020. We had that big sell-off, the capitulation, the wick held, start to come back up into the pattern, and then we broke out, back to support, and then we continued, okay, out of the apex right there, this huge horizontal that we coiled up inside of, and essentially it's what we're doing right now as well, okay. So there's no guarantees, obviously. Like I said to you, if you start coming down here and you start losing support and hitting your head, then that's confirmation of a bear market, and you've actually rolled out of a horizontal here. But if you're looking for a fantastic entry point, obviously grab the wick lows is amazing. But if you're sort of looking for a confirmation statement, then what you usually do in trading is wait for the break of the resistance, fall back to a back test of support, and that's your entry point just there, okay, like this one was. Let me show you, okay. This is the responsible way to trade, basically. So just here, we was coiling up in this apex like this, like that, okay. You start to break out, you ran into resistance and you fell back to support. Then this trend line that you've broken out of previous resistance was the opportunity, okay. That's where you go long and you open a nice juicy spot trade because you've held support, basically. And that's what we're looking for here for Chainlink. We're looking for a very, very similar scenario. We've hit a level of volatility right before the apex just there for Chainlink, okay. Understandably, I know why people will be bearish. There is one thing that I'm looking at that is not good here for Chainlink, full transparency. I'm long-term bullish on Chainlink, but it doesn't mean there's any guarantees for continuation. Obviously, this is the key resistance that we want to see broken, start to come up, take out that high, like I've said to you, fall back to support, potentially run into that, break out, come back, held that support, fantastic entry point, okay. We've got way up until May, April to sort of break out of this horizontal, and this volatility. But what we're looking for here for Chainlink is this is really, really important. I'm going to show you right now on the monthly time frame. I think I've shown you in a previous update, but look, we've got this key level of support which Chainlink held. Let me move that up a bit. You can see just here, okay, we closed on this key level of support just there. Now what was negative for Chainlink here was the fact that we were closing below this 20, okay, the monthly EMA. That's quite a negative thing. Now look at this candles, wicked up into this resistance just there, this trend line, okay, wicked up into resistance, and we got rejected and we're coming down essentially. So we've got, I think, 10 days left before the close, okay, the month. Now if we can start to come back up and close above this yellow line, amazing, and work our way towards the apex. But if we do start to close below the 20 again, we're having 2 months close below the 20, get rejected and start rolling out the pattern. You can see where we're actually rolling into a bear market here. And this pattern here was a descending triangle, which is basically a double M top pattern for Chainlink, like this, look, double M top pattern like that, okay. Depleting buying pressure on the monthly time frame where you're rolling, and you would have a technical breakdown target, and I would imagine straight away I can tell you where you're going to find support in the bear, because essentially this is the bear rearing its head like this, okay, bear market, because you're rolling over essentially. But there's hope because you are holding support, and descending triangles don't always break down. Start to come back up, break the resistance, you're up, because look, you've got a descending triangle there as well. Oh no, it's going to zero, but eventually broke out, held support, got your continuation way back there in 2020, okay. So it is doing something it's done before. That's what I'm trying to tell to you, and I did tell you this in a previous update a few times ago for Chainlink. But right now it's hanging on for dear life, okay. You run into resistance, which is confluence, and right now close below the 20 is not good. If we keep closing below that, you're confirming the downtrend on the monthly, you're coming down basically. Now where would your support be? Well, immediately you can see you're resting on this swing high. This is where you find support. Your next level of support would be the swing low, sort of down there around about $8, and if you started to lose that, then you're obviously looking at this swing high retest down there around about $5 for Chainlink. But for me to tell you right now it's going to do that whilst you're sort of holding and coiling up in this apex right here, doing something that you've done before, which is descending triangle, with the bullish fundamentals of Chainlink as well. Essentially what we're hoping for, this is some kind of fake out, before kind of shake out before the breakout, basically. That's what's this, like we're showing you volatility. As you get closer and closer to the apex, you always see volatility, okay. Look at the volatility there, and again you're getting the volatility right here before, essentially a shakeout for the breakout. So they're key levels of support. Your monthly 20 EMA, which currently sits at 1971. If Chainlink within 10 days closes below that level of support, then that is bearish, and it's potentially a massive cursor signal that you are entering a bear market, and I've just shown you levels of support. Break above, hold support, back test, coil up in the apex, get your breakout, back test support. There's your confirmation of upside, and that's where you're going to come to these white lines up here for Chainlink. Good luck, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the update, and I hope it was thorough and explained myself very well. Okay, take care. Bye bye.